Eventually, the sands claim us all. I will open their eyes. The unworthy have no place in history. See what I see.
What is up, guys? Welcome back. It is time to show you guys how to play Azir. This is one of the late game gods of the mid lane. It is a champion that scales extremely well, and he kind of offers a bit of everything that you need from mid laner. He's great as a laner, absolutely insane in team fighting, and then of course also the scaling. He also has the mobility and playmaking potential, so that's a bit of everything. The hard part about this champion is the fact that you have to control two characters at once. You control your champion and then also the sand soldiers, which will be your main damage, and your wave clear too. And you'll mostly be farming with these, but in the early game you'll also be farming a bit with your auto attacks because you simply do not have the mana to spam your abilities. Just stay back and last hit with your auto attacks. We have that one attack speed shot that makes everything easier. So now that we have the Q, that actually hit. But we have the Q that's going to make your sand soldiers dash forward. So now we have the basic combo. So W, auto attack, and then Q auto attack again. I missed the Q right here, but if it hit, that would be the perfect trading combo. That's what you want to be focusing on doing a lot. Spawn the sand soldiers next to the enemy champion, get one auto attack in, then Q forward, of course trying to hit them with it, and then another auto attack. That's how you want to keep poking, and once they're low HP, that's when you go in for the kill. Oh, yikes, cannon is fine though. We don't want to be dashing a lot just because it's a Vex. We don't want to give her free passive stacks. Remember, you are playing a scaling champion. Vex is a early to mid game champion. A burst mage. She does not scale as well as Azir, so you don't have to play for the kills, but you still can do if you have ignite. Do not spam your abilities just because of your mana usage being pretty high in the early stages. And with the dash, guys, so you're going to dash towards one of your soldiers, and it also gives you a shield. If you dash on top of the enemy champion, you're going to get a free W stack, like a soldier stack. But this you can combine, because this works as your mobility, you can combine that with your Q as well. So you get to cover some extra distance. The sand soldiers will not last as long under the tower. You can see this mark above them, so they're gonna disappear pretty fast. Otherwise they'll be pretty OP if you could just keep perma harassing the enemy champion under their tower. And then you have the passive, so when a tower goes down, you can place a tower of your own, which will only be up temporarily, but it can help you when sieging and also defending stuff. Okay, that's a good one. She's playing it smart, using the abilities when I'm trying to last hit, which is something you should be doing. And if you have 3 sand soldiers or more up at the same time, you get a lot of attack speed. So for maximum DPS and stuff, make sure that you're able to have 3 sand soldiers up. Just staying back and then poking. Now that I have the blue buff, I can just WQ on cooldown. Of course, watching out for the passive stack. He wants his double buffs back as well. Or just dash out like this. You can W, and then while you're dashing with your E, you can also use the Q to extend the dash even further, because Azir will keep following. Do they need help? No, they don't. Don't know why they ping me. If I had the ignite up, I will EQ to her right now. So I can keep the soldiers like this. She does have ignite though, so we also need to respect her damage. It is Vex after all. If you want to push the waves, of course, also try to make sure you have as many sand soldiers up as possible. And then you can just Q forward the entire wave. The wave clear sucks a bit early game, I have to be honest and say that, but it'll be a lot easier later on. Gonna take a while in the early game, unless you're able to have 3 Sand Soldiers up. We just keep pushing it out and then we can look for a reset. It can be a bit difficult to get used to controlling 2 characters at once when you first play him, but it is something you'll get used to pretty fast, as long as you make sure that you invest the time into this champion. We cannot get free our boots because we are getting them free from our runes. And this is a combo you want to do from the base because it allows you to get back to lane a bit faster. Your ultimate, guys, is going to knock the enemy champion in a direction that you choose, as long as you are on top of them. And after that, it's going to act as a wall that people cannot walk through. Only you yourself and your allies will be able to do that. They can still dash over though. But it's great for engaging, and it also unlocks that OP combo where you dash on top of the enemy champion and then knock them into your side of the lane. So just keep poking, as you can see right here. If you're not able to get that double auto tag off, then just W, Q and auto tag. It's a shorter trade combo, but a lot of the times it's a lot safer. I'm waiting for it to walk up a bit and for it to use the passive, then I can try to knock her into my tower. Just trying to proc first strike off cooldown. You can also use Electrocute or Arcane Comet if you want to. Also works completely fine. If the jungler comes, then you can use that OP combo. Just watch out if it's a dangerous matchup like the Vex. Bro, it's so hard to dodge that E because of the hitbox. Even if you start moving before it comes out, somehow still ends up getting hit. Okay, it's warded. It's fine, at least he secured the vision. I'm gonna place a control ward to deny this one as well. So he can gank for free. This is just to help my jungler with ganking. Had to flash out. He should be dead, nice. Awesome. I can dash soon. Nice. Well done by the Warwick. He did not see it at the start when I knocked her into outside of the lane. But at least he moved afterwards, otherwise I would probably have died because of the Udyr coming in. But that's basically how you want to do that Azir Insect combo. You can do the long range one, where you do the W, E, Q into the ultimate, or the short one where you do W, E and then ult. We had 3 soldiers up, you can hear that sound coming in. Oh, does she have flash up? Just gonna dash all the way back here just to be safe. Now we can go ahead and back off here. We're getting the boots here, so that's nice. So we just have to wait, and then we have the tier 2 boots. There we go, so we have the sock shoes as well, so now we can just head back to lane. It's really nice to have tier 2 boots early on against skill shot matchups like the Vex, because you can see previously, even if I tried to dodge the E before it came out, because of the hitbox, it was still hitting me. But now it should be a lot easier. Same thing over. Keep poking with the WQ combo, and if they're close range, then you can also do the auto attacks. I'm having another blue buff though, so of course it's a bit easier. This is why I did not ult, because the passive was coming up. Just perma poke like this, guys, and you'll eventually be able to harass the opponent out of the lane, and then you play for the tower. I can just wait here until my E is up, and then I can do another combo. But Warwick is here, so no need. And once this tower goes down, then we can place our passive. So just right click here, because there's going to be a mark with your passive. And then that means that it's going to spawn a tower of your own. And if it kills any minions, you'll of course get the gold for it. Also if it kills the enemy champions, of course. It's very convenient when you want to siege, but also if you want to hold a spot while your teammates are taking down objectives and stuff, can also be of a big help. I can WEQ over here if they try to contest, which they're not, it seems like. There we go. I just tried to wait before or until her passive's down. Not sure what happened right there with the passive. I think she misclicked. But against the Vex you want to do that, otherwise it's gonna cancel your dash mid-air. And then it will mess up your entire combo. Just keep pushing. Remember, if you hit the enemy champion with the E dash, it's going to give you a free stack of your W. It's something a lot of people don't know for some reason, but it's a big help, because as soon, even if you don't have any stacks on your W, when you're dashing, as long as you hit somebody with that E, an enemy champion, you're going to get a free stack, so you can spawn a soldier. You see, now it's a lot easier to dodge. Just perma-poke, guys. It's only early game you have to be a bit careful. Now that we have the lost chapter, we don't have to be as careful anymore. It's a lot easier to dodge incoming skill shots while also making sure that we are trading back. Getting lots of free gold with the first strike. This is why you don't shop while you're recalling, guys. If you're really unlucky, it can end up getting you killed. He has to reset. I'm just getting free damage on the tower soon. So I'm gonna get the last plate as well, hopefully. And maybe also the tower, depending on who's coming. It's really tanky at this point, so it's gonna take a while for you to take it down. There we go. Now you can see this mark here, so if you walk close and right click, it's going to spawn the passive. So a tower of your own. You see, this is what happens here. This is why you had to wait until her passive is down, otherwise it's gonna cancel your dash. Will we just go ahead and reset here? Sitting on a lot of gold, so... Of course, she does that, why not? We have 3 soldiers up. You can hear the sound animation when you have 3 soldiers up, so you always know. Even if you somehow cannot see all of your soldiers, you always know. Just to spawn a soldier here, this is what it looks like. Probably not the best time to spawn it, but it's just for the sake of the video. Show what it looks like. Usually I like to spawn it when we actually sieging, or I need... my teammates need me to hold a spot. But it's way squishier than the normal towers. But it does help you. They also get some gold when they take it down, but this is what it looks like. And then it's gonna go on cooldown once it goes down. So we're gonna get this, and then we're gonna get this as well. For maximum damage. And then EQ back to lane. She should be dead, or maybe not. Yes, indeed. Our Warwick just running everybody down, so we don't have to worry about that. We would just keep pushing. You can also farm the chickens over here, as Azir can do them pretty fast when you have multiple soldiers up, just to extend that CS lead a bit further. You can see the E does have a pretty decent high cooldown. Definitely not something you want to be wasting. Nice, I did not want to use my flash. But it's why I like to have Ignite on Azir. Because sometimes people might escape like 10, 20 HP, right? And Ignite is kind of a way that you make sure that does not happen ever. Or at least not in 90% of the times. Just same thing over and over. In teamfights you play him like an AD carry, so just stay back in the backline and then just try to hit whoever is closest. Oh, she actually survived. She's gonna ult. Not ulting? Okay. It's pretty easy to dodge from this distance, so that's probably why. I can always flash it if it comes in. He has Ghost, that's why I'm walking a bit close here. I have a pretty decent gold bounty, so let's not risk it. Just gonna back off and get the Shadow Flame. This is the build against Squishy comps that you want to be using, because it gives you a lot of damage up front and burst damage. Great synergy with the first strike, but if you're playing against a tanky comp, you know, lots of bruisers and tanks, then you can go for a different build where you get the Conqueror. Lethal Tempo is getting nerfed, so don't use that, but you can use the Conqueror, and then you can use stuff like the Lion Race or the Riftmaker. There's a bot appearing out of nowhere. He might still be here, or he's not. Let's see if we can get them. So yeah. Like, you can really extend that dash range by quite a lot. If you know how to use that EQ combo properly. I can just go bot here. It's not really a spell pusher, but you can still farm. Right, we can go back mid. Draven's not going mid for some reason. And if her passive is up, it's a bit hard to make this combo work, but Warwick's ultimate is coming up soon as well. Like that, and then we just keep pushing it out. If you have the Ignite, guys, it's a lot easier to find the solo kills. But your all-ins will be a lot stronger and the opponent has to respect it. Now the ultimate is, passive is ready again. So it makes you a lot better at sieging. That's a lot of gold. 500 gold, almost. He's super tanky at this point in the game, so we'll be needing void stuff against champions like these. We'll just keep pushing him mid. The AD carry is really fat, but it is what it is. Luckily our Amumu is also super tanky. Yeah. Just a little shield. Really, really nice ultimate by the Amumu. And you can see when you spawn the tower here, you can often catch the opponents off guard. Because a lot of times they will not expect it. And that's why you want to keep your passive up until you really need it. I believe Amumu also cancelled Tristana's top view with his ultimate, so that's a nice one. And now we have the Sonias to make sure that we are not dying and giving away 700 from the bounty and then 300 from the kill, so that's 1k gold. They might FF here, who knows. We don't really get to the team fighting point, but it's okay honestly, because you just play him similar to like an AD carry, you just hit whoever is closest. But you can also engage for your team, like the insect combo I showed early on. If you can find a good way to flank, for example, if they're sieging over here, this tower's down, you can wait here, make sure there are no wards, and then you can EQ over here, knock all of them into your team. It's going to deal a lot of damage as well, because you will be hitting multiple people. And I have the Sonias, which is why I'm able to do this. This is why it's so great to have on champions like the Azir, because it doesn't only help you with the defense stuff, but also the offense. allowing you to pull off combos like these. They can just go for the tower. Gonna take away the chickens too, just to make sure we are staying up CS wise. But that is basically the flanking combo you can do on Azir. We can take down the inhibitor because the Baron is up now, so we can always get something from this. What's the blue buff up? It might be up still, honestly. They have to watch out, it's still a fed Tristana. You are getting a lot of attack speed if you manage to get 3 soldiers up. You're getting so much gold from the first strike now that we have some damage. They could go for the Baron, so I had to reset really fast. They're actually going for it, so I have to go for it as well. But they're not. Interesting. I think Tristana's going there. I don't have the E up, otherwise there would have been a free double. We can take down the Tristana now. They're doing the Baron. Baron. You see, the cooldown on that E is still pretty high, guys, so... Nice exhaust, bro, but I have Zhonya, so I don't care about that. Is that a kill for me? It is not. But that is the ace. You see, it's a champion where you can play him as an OP team fighter, stay in the backline and just providing consistent DPS, or you can also play him sort of like an assassin, where you flank, burst down people really fast, knock them into a team, and then you pop the Zhonya so they cannot return damage. I don't have any mana, I'm pretty low as well. Let's back off. They are really squishy, so I'm just going for straight damage. If they were stacking MR, lots of it, then of course I'll be getting the void staff right now. I think I'll just take this and then I'll back off again. The death cap. Unless they need help. Does not look like it. Just take this and then reset. 4 sand soldiers, that's insane damage. That's absolutely insane. Now of course I always get the void stuff no matter what at this point, because people will always be tanky. Draven being Draven. So I'm just gonna take away some camps on the way to mid. And then we can start grouping now. I have everything up. My sums are up, my ultimate is up. Item active up as well. They try to make a play here. They're still... no, they're not chasing anymore. Oh, that's Karen going for the flank. And that is the OP flanking combo on Azir. This stuff you'll be doing a lot when you play him. Like, this is going to happen a lot. So that's why you have to know of this combo, insane combo, otherwise you'll not be able to do this. And you will also need Zhonyas a lot of the time, so otherwise, if you don't have enough damage to finish them off, they will just focus you down and you'll end up dying. But we can just go ahead and end it here. It's over. You cannot spawn your passive here, of course, otherwise that would be really OP. But that was how to play Azir. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching and see you all next time.